What's up, everybody? It's JT Sports, and I'm back with you guys with another video. Before you dislike the video due to the title and the thumbnail, make sure to listen to the whole video and then decide if you're going to dislike the video and call me an idiot down in the comment section below. So I was at school today at lunch, and my friends who were Jaguar fans, surprisingly, out of all the teams that can talk junk about the Pittsburgh Steelers, a Jaguar fan when your quarterback is Blake Bortles. They were talking about how the Pittsburgh Steelers aren't going to be anything with Le'Veon Bell, Antonio Brown leaving. And then I think about it. I think about the success that James Conner had this season. And I think about Le'Veon Bell and all the factors that factored into his success with the Pittsburgh Steelers. And yes, I am a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. So I have seen every Pittsburgh Steelers game with Le'Veon Bell and James Conner. And all the things that have factored into Le'Veon Bell's success during the Pittsburgh Steelers, and why he felt he was more than being the highest paid running back in the NFL with $70 million. Le'Veon Bell, ladies and gentlemen, is overrated. And for us to understand why Le'Veon Bell is overrated, let's take a look at his 2017 stats versus James Conner's stats from this past 2018 season. In 2017, Le'Veon Bell rushed for 1,291 yards. He had 9 rushing touchdowns to 321 carries. He averaged 4 yards per carry with 655 receiving yards and 85 receptions and 2 receiving touchdowns. James Conner this past season in 2018 had 973 rushing yards, 12 rushing touchdowns, 215 carries with 4.5 yards per carry, 497 receiving yards to 55 touchdowns and 2 receiving touchdowns. If James Conner never missed 4 games this season due to injury, he would have matched or neared Le'Veon Bell's 2017 numbers in rushing yards, receiving yards, and he also would have exceeded Le'Veon Bell's rushing touchdowns and receiving touchdowns total. But I'm pretty sure you guys still aren't convinced that Le'Veon Bell is overrated. And for those of you guys who aren't, let's take a look at the offensive line that has been blocking for Le'Veon Bell during his time in Pittsburgh. Center Marquise Pouncey is a 7-time Pro Bowler and a 2-time All-Pro and has only missed 2 games in his last 4 seasons. Left guard Ramon Foster is a 10-year starter for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and he's a pretty solid player at his position. Left tackle Alejandro Villanueva, who is a 2-time Pro Bowler and a Pittsburgh Steelers fan favorite, he's only missed 6 games since becoming the Pittsburgh Steeler, and all had came in 2015, and he hasn't missed a game since. Right guard David DeCastro is a 4-time Pro Bowler and a 2-time All-Pro. Marcus Gilbert is an 8-year starter for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and he's very, very good when healthy. The Pittsburgh Steelers have 3 Pro Bowlers on their team, and 3 of those players are All-Pros. Le'Veon Bell has had one of the best offensive lines in the NFL during his time with Pittsburgh. Top 5, no debate, top 5 offensive line during Le'Veon Bell's time in Pittsburgh. And for those of you guys who are about to say Le'Veon Bell made them better, let's talk about how DeAngelo Williams, the former Carolina Panthers running back, rushed for 907 yards and 11 touchdowns behind the same offensive line in 2015. Rookie running back Jalen Samuels, who was the 4th-string running back going into last year's training camp, rushed for 142 yards and had 7.4 yards per carry against the New England Patriots. The Steelers' offensive line, which doesn't get enough respect that it deserves for Le'Veon Bell's success during his time in Pittsburgh, they have clearly proven that whoever is running behind them is going to be effective and they're going to be good. And this is not up for debate. I mean, the stats and numbers speak for themselves. And with Le'Veon Bell's running style, since he's a patient runner, he waits for holes to develop. He doesn't necessarily run through the gap or the holes or whatever. He waits for the holes to develop, which means he's waiting for the offensive line to block and get those blocks and make those holes. With a team like the New York Jets, who doesn't really have a good offensive line and won't be able to address that due to them paying Le'Veon Bell all these dollars that he's not worth. He's not worth over $80 million. He's not worth $90 million. He's not worth $100 million. Le'Veon Bell on any other team with an average offensive line or terrible offensive line is a solid starter at best. Le'Veon Bell has benefited from the Pittsburgh Steelers offensive line, having the Hall of Fame quarterback in Big Ben, being able to audible the plays and put you in the best situations to have big yardage and big gains. Also having a good wide receiving core and Antonio Brown and Juju Smith-Schuster, even though he was only been on the Pittsburgh Steelers for about 2 years, helps as well. James Conner, if he never got injured, would have matched or exceeded Le'Veon Bell's totals in several different categories or came close to them. Ladies and gentlemen, Le'Veon Bell is overrated. He's been benefiting from the Pittsburgh Steelers offensive line and the talent that he has had around him, and also a Hall of Fame quarterback. But nobody talks about that. It's all Le'Veon. Le'Veon Bell this, Le'Veon Bell that. Le'Veon Bell lists a great talent, people say. But we have never seen what he has been without the piece he has had in Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell is overrated and is going to prove to whatever team he goes to that's going to offer him all this money and he's not going to do anything but probably have a 1,000-yard season. And he's probably going to become irrelevant. Ladies and gentlemen, Le'Veon Bell is overrated. Make sure to dislike the video if you don't think Le'Veon Bell is overrated and explain why. And also like the video if you agree with me. And make sure to subscribe to the channel so you never miss a video. And I'm out.